Today I will read aloud for you the full contents of the open letter that the President of Iran, Masoud Pezeshkian, personally addressed to the citizens of the United States. Before the President of the United States, Donald Trump delivered a formal address to his own nation and spoke at length about how Iran is a direct threat to the American people, how America is winning, and how in 2 or 3 weeks America and Washington will effectively reduce the entire nation of Iran back to the Stone Age. He writes this deeply moving and beautiful letter in the hope that perhaps some kind-hearted individual from the people, from the United States in fact, might take the time to actually read it. The letter begins like this. In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful, to the people of the United States of America, and to all those who, amid a flood of distortions and fabricated narratives, continue to seek the truth to aspire to a better life. Iran, by name, character, and identity, is one of the oldest uninterrupted civilizations in human history. Despite the historical and geographical advantages it has enjoyed at various times, Iran has never chosen the path of aggression, expansion, colonialism, or domination in its modern history. Even though it has suffered occupations, continuous invasions, and pressures from global powers, and despite its military superiority over many of its neighbors, Iran has never started a war. Yet it has firmly and courageously repelled anyone who has attacked it. The Iranian people harbor no hostility toward other nations, including the peoples of America, Europe, or neighboring countries. Even in the face of repeated foreign interventions and pressures throughout their glorious history, Iranians have always drawn a clear distinction between governments and the peoples they govern. This is a principle deeply rooted in Iranian culture and collective consciousness, not a temporary political stance. For this reason, portraying Iran as a threat is consistent neither with historical reality nor with the observable facts today. Such a perception is the product of the political and economic whims of the powerful, the need to create an enemy to justify pressure, maintain military dominance, support the arms industry, and control strategic markets. In such a context, if a threat does not exist, it is invented. In this very same context, the United States has concentrated the largest number of its forces, bases, and military capabilities around Iran, a country that, at least since the founding of the United States, has never started a war. The recent American aggressions launched precisely from these bases have demonstrated just how threatening such a military presence is. Naturally, no country faced with such conditions would refrain from strengthening its own defensive capabilities. What Iran has done and continues to do is a measured response based on legitimate self-defense and in no way constitutes the start of a war or an act of aggression. Originally, relations between Iran and the United States were not hostile, and the first interactions between the Iranian and American peoples were not characterized by hostility or tension. However, the turning point was the 1953 coup, an illegal American intervention aimed at preventing the nationalization of Iranian resources. That orchestrated military coup abruptly interrupted and derailed Iran's democratic process, effectively reinstated the previous authoritarian dictatorship, and planted seeds of profound and lasting distrust among Iranians toward U.S. foreign policies. This distrust was further heightened by American support for the Shah's regime, backing Saddam Hussein during the imposed war in the 1980s, the imposition of the longest and most comprehensive sanctions in modern history, and finally, the unprovoked military aggression, twice right in the middle of negotiations against Iran. Yet all these pressures have not succeeded in weakening Iran. On the contrary, the country has grown stronger in many sectors. Literacy rates have tripled, rising from about 30% before the Islamic Revolution to over 90% today. Higher education has expanded exponentially. Truly remarkable and significant progress has been made in the field of modern technology. In modern technology, healthcare services have improved and infrastructure has developed at a pace and on a scale unmatched in the past. These are measurable and observable realities, independent of fabricated narratives. At the same time, we must not underestimate the destructive and inhuman impact of the sanctions of war. And for this reason, I invite you to go beyond the mechanism of disinformation, which is an integral part of this aggression, and instead speak with those who have visited Iran. Observe the many brilliant Iranian immigrants educated in Iran, who today teach and conduct research at the world's most prestigious universities or contribute to the most cutting-edge technology companies in the West. Do these realities correspond to the distortions you are told about Iran and its people? Today the world stands at a crossroads. Continuing down the path of confrontation is more costly and pointless than ever. He is talking about military confrontation. The choice between confrontation and dialogue is real and of great importance. Its outcome will shape the future for generations to come. Over the course of its millennia of glorious history, Iran has resisted many aggressors. Of these latter, nothing remains but names stained in history, while Iran endures resilient, dignified, and proud. This is a truly beautiful and profound letter that serves as a very clear and urgent warning, not only to the American people and the various peoples of Europe, but also to every single person across the entire world.